What up, YouTube? PJ here. It's Dog Pound 24/7. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and take that time, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification bell for all the latest content being dropped. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Got a little news to share with you guys. I feel like I owe this to you guys. You are my subscribers to my channel, so I am going to not sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to keep it 100% real with you guys, and I'm going through it right now. As you know, you can probably tell that I sound horrible right now. I'm very congested, sinuses. I think I have a sinus infection again. A little cough, change of the weather I think is getting to me. But let's get right into this. As you all know, that I make these videos to try to help the next person, to try to give somebody advice, try to, shed some light on what prison's about, and all the mistakes that I've done, in my lifetime when it comes to crime and, prison. So here's the thing. I'm human, all right? And I made a mistake a couple nights ago, and I'm going to break this all down to you, okay? I usually don't bring my family issues onto the channel or anything like that, for a lot of reasons, but today I am, and I'm gonna break it all down to you guys so you guys have a better understanding, okay? Here's the thing. I was arrested and went to jail the other night, okay? I was arrested, but there's a reason behind it, okay? There's always a reason behind it, but to me, it's no excuse, but it's a justifiable reason because I feel a lot of fathers would have done the same thing I did. So I'm going to break this down to you. As you all know, or most of you know, all my subscribers know that my oldest daughter had her baby, okay? Yes, my younger daughter had a baby too, right around the same time, but my oldest had hers just recently. All right, and mind you, the father of the baby has kind of turned my daughter against me and her mother, okay? Pretty much her whole family, all right? I've never liked this guy. I found out a lot. I found out he's in his 30s. Mind you, my daughter's only 19. Okay, that's one strike that I wasn't happy about, that I was lied to about. So I wasn't happy about that. He's not doesn't have a lot of motivation in life. He's one of them type. I've always worked hard for everything that I have. And I just see my daughter not going nowhere with this guy, okay? And so eventually I gave it a chance, because I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. In the last month or so, it was brought to my attention that he's putting hands on her, okay? He's being physically and mentally and verbally abusive. Not to mention that he cheats on her left and right. And we have all the proof of that. And we've tried to tell our daughter, show our daughter, okay? And she just keeps going back to him, okay? Don't ask me why. But for some odd reason, when women get into these relationships, they have the hardest time getting out of them. I'll never understand it, because I know a lot of you will probably ask, well, why doesn't she leave him? It's easier said than done, I guess. I'm very hurt right now over this, because the incident that happened 2 nights ago, I was, because I wasn't feeling good. That's when I started getting sick, and I was taking a nap, and I was going to wake up, watch the Monday Night Football game, and then, just relax for the night. Well, my 84-year-old grandmother, which is, my wife's grandmother, she stays with us because my wife, he takes care of her and, whatever. She came out and, came up and woke me up and, and told me that there was a fight going on across the street because my daughter lives kitty corner from us across the street in the rear apartment. So I jumped out of bed, threw my sneakers on, and went outside. I didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing. And so I jumped in my car. I see my wife coming around the corner, and she said that Brianna, my daughter took off, And the boyfriend took off with the baby, and Brianna's, which is my daughter, was out trying to look for him. All right, mind you, you know, that this baby is like a month and a half old. Okay, so I jumped in my car. I've had it. All right, mind you, the police have been at this house, at their apartment. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you, about 6 times in the last month. Okay, for them fighting. My hands are tied, all right, because I'm not trying to get arrested. And, but 2 days ago was the last straw. A father can only take so much and watch so much, okay? I've watched the police go there in this, because the problem is my daughter won't put nothing on paper, so they can't do nothing to him. But I've lost it. I can't watch this no more, so I felt that I was going to take it into my own hands. So I jumped into the car. I went looking for him. All right, mind you, he's walking. So I ended up driving by him, and he's pushing the baby in a stroller. So I yelled something out the window to him, and then he yelled something out. And so I whipped the car around at the end of the road, got out of the car, and started walking towards him. I told him, bring the baby back and meet me over at my house. That's what I kept telling him. Bring the baby back, meet me over at the house. Never threatened him right there, nothing, right? So, mind you, I'm blacking out right now because I'm so angry right now, all right? I usually don't let myself get to that point. So, me, you know, going towards him, you know, yelling at him is considered harassment, okay? By the state of New York, at least. I don't know about any other states. So, a neighbor came out, and in a few minutes during this episode, with me being so angry, I wanted to hurt this guy because I just visualized him hurting my daughter. Okay, and this is just built up over time, and I just lost it. So. We're by this time, because he kept backing up, we're by his yard. He ended up picking a bat up, and then, he ended up throwing it or something. I can't remember all the details because everything happened so fast. Excuse me. Everything happened so fast, and so I picked it up, and I started screaming at him. And then with my luck, all I kept saying was, just come over to my house. Get the baby back, come over to my house. That's all I kept saying. Come over to my house. Let me show you, So my daughter ends up running through the backyard and snatching up the baby, okay? And as soon as that happened, I didn't even see him behind me. The police snatched me up, threw me on a car, handcuffed me, and, and of course he started running his mouth, because he's a tough guy. And he's sitting there yelling to the police, I want him arrested. He was going to hit me with a bat. And all this crazy shit, right? Not once did I threaten him with the bat. Okay, I'm like, so that's how you're gonna roll? Is that how you roll? You act like you're a gangster and you're sitting there totally snitching on me, saying I want to press charges on him, this, that, and the third. So, I was arrested. Here's the paperwork. I was arrested for harassment and the second physical contact, okay? There's the arrest, okay? Here's the arrest report. The state of New York versus Paul M. Andrews. That's me. And then here is the order of protection they put on me. So he put an order of protection on me. That's the whole reason why I went to jail. Because they would have just gave me an appearance ticket and sent me on my way. Because New York State has this new thing. I'm not sure if it's like in another state, but last year our governor, Cuomo, passed this new bill where they're not sending people to jail because the jails are too full, this, that, and the third. So it's a no bail reform type deal thing. So if you get arrested, you get an appearance ticket, then you go to court, and then you get sentenced, and then you'll go to jail if they choose to. But there's a but to that. All right, but like in my case, when I was just arrested for the harassment, physical contact, all right, if they want to put a restraining order on you, okay, depending on the time of the day, and if it's after 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., you got to spend the night in jail. And at 7 in the morning, the following day, you go in front of a judge where they can place, the stipulations for the order of protection. So that's why I spent the night in jail. All right. And right here is the order of protection right there. This is the statement from my daughter's boyfriend. All right. I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to mention no names or nothing. I do not want my home address provided to the defendant's counsel, which I don't know why I know where he lives. Okay. On the 28th of September 2020, I'm speaking to Deputy about the harassment that occurred on Paradise Lane near my house with Paul Andrews. I'm doing this on my own free will. On September 28th, 2020, approximately 7:10 p.m., I was taking a walk with my son down to the store to buy some snacks. There's a lie right there. Because he was coming from the direction where there's no store in the area. He was coming from, just total different way. He wasn't coming from the store to buy snacks, okay? He left because he was fighting with my daughter again and threw her down and took the baby and took off. That's what happened. Okay? And while walking back home on Paradise, Paul was heading down Paradise Lane in his car. Paul was yelling and screaming at me, pulled a U-turn on Eagle Street, then came back on Paradise Lane. Paul stopped the vehicle. Listen to this. Pulled out a baseball bat. Paul started approaching me with the baseball bat, yelling threats that he was going to bust my head open and to fight him like a man. Does that even make sense? Not once did I threaten him with a bat. I'm not that stupid, okay? There's witnesses outside. I see neighbors watching this, okay? And I started walking backwards away from Paul. A neighbor came outside and got in front of Paul. The neighbor was telling me to walk away. Paul kept threatening me. That's when Mount Morris PD and sheriff's deputies arrived. This has been an ongoing issue with Paul and his family over the past year. I want to press charges against Paul and an order of protection. Okay, there's that right there. Order of protection at the bottom. So that's what happened with me. All right. Like I said, there's probably a million fathers out there that probably would have done the same thing as me. Okay? It's no excuse. I was dead wrong. And I'm going to take full responsibility for what happens or what's going to happen. But I feel real ashamed of myself that I let that get the best of me. And the thing is, it's just that I'm sick of watching my daughter get hurt, okay? It's just so hard to sit back and watch a child that you love being hurt repeatedly, being manipulated, being abused, physically, mentally, being cheated on. I mean, it's just, I'm not exaggerating. This is how it's been, and I finally got sick of it. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I just want you guys to put in the comments. I just want to hear from you guys. If I was in the wrong, okay, I know that. And I was wondering, I just want to know if you guys understand where I'm coming from, okay, and if anybody would have done the same thing. All right. I go to court October 28th. And that's the other thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. They're not gonna give me a lawyer because I make too much money, and I don't even know how I'm gonna afford an attorney, okay, for this case. Because yes, I make okay money, but I live paycheck to paycheck with everything that I pay for, pretty much, okay? Between car payments and stuff like that, and just bills, everyday bills, and not to mention that my youngest daughter, we help her financially in a way, with our other grandson, and it's just gonna be hard. I don't know how I'm gonna swing this, but they don't care. I don't know. I'm just asking for your guys' support and some feedback, because I'm kind of broken right now. Very, very hurt. My daughter would even allow this guy to have me arrested. She's not the same person anymore, and it hurts me and her mother dearly. But I spoke with the officer that, the officer even told me that he did not want to arrest me. He understands where I'm coming from. But their hands are tied as well. If my daughter doesn't want to put things on paper and cooperate, then they can't really do nothing. So, just like, I don't know, not even 2 weeks ago, they were over there because he threw her down the stairs. It's just an ongoing thing. And I'm just at loss of words, and I don't know. So I'm going to end this video. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope that you guys don't look at me any differently. I am human. It's just, one of my subscribers already knows about this because I shared it with them on Instagram. And so I just want to drop this to you guys, let everybody know, because I feel you guys should know. And I'm sorry, but like I said, I am human, and there's only so much a father can take. All right. So please leave your comments. Please, if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe. Hit that like button, people. Please hit that like button. The more likes, the more views I get. The more views, the better my channel grows. And I would truly, truly appreciate it. And, and I got to try to figure out something. I don't, financially, this put me in kind of like a big jam. So I don't know what to do. So if anybody can help me with some feedback, I would truly, truly appreciate it. You guys know how I end these videos. Stay free, safe, and corona free. Everybody have a great day. See ya.